Listen, this isn't Brawlhalla. This isn't Nicktoons Brawl or whatever. This ain't Rivals of Aether. It's mostly not Rivals of Aether because you know what it is. And if you don't, you're gonna. I'm of course talking about Multiversus, the new platform fighter, obviously in the vein of Smash Bros. And all the games I just mentioned, with the most noticeable difference being a gaggle of Warner Bros. Owned characters instead of Nintendo characters. Now, the closed alpha for Multiversus just ended a few days ago or something. I was not fortunate enough to be accepted into it, but I have seen a good amount of this game. So my perspective for this video is not hands-on, unfortunately. My opinion is coming from onlooking and years of gaming experience, right? Okay. Guys, this game looks for real. This game looks fucking for real. They're not playing with us. Guys, they are not playing around here. I'm telling you something right now. Now, why do I think this? For a lot of reasons. Let's just get right into them. Budget. The game has a budget. Multiversus has a budget. You can see it. And that's really good, but it's not even close to the most important thing, if you ask me. The most important thing, and the number one most convincing aspect of this game's potential success to me, is that the devs seem to care. And everything that is seemingly good about this game appears to link back to just that one thing. Also, because I think the devs care, it leads me to assume that they aren't being rushed along by the publisher, you know? That they are given the room to handle the game with said care. And that care just shows in so many aspects of the game. It even kind of reflects that the publisher cares in a way. Because of the budget and alleged time given, like, they went and got Kevin Conroy to be Batman again, the old live action Scooby-Doo guy to be Shaggy, Maisie Williams, who played Arya Stark in live action, to once again be Arya Stark for this game. You know, the checkbook is out, and it's not looking like this one's gonna bounce. The attention to detail in a lot, if not all of the characters, is just a joy to see. How Shaggy still does his old school weird leaning forward stoner guy run, you know, the fact that all of Tom and Jerry's attacks are just Tom trying to attack Jerry, that Velma's crouch walk is a crawl that causes her glasses to come off. You don't have to do this stuff, you know? The work being put in is clearly above and beyond. It's almost as if the devs like and care about this game. And it's not strictly an idea of how do we get more money. Yes, that's always a factor, but too often is it the only factor. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. Characters have specialized lines that they say to specific characters. I saw Shaggy hit Jake the dog from Adventure Time, and Jake says, "I thought you liked dogs." I heard Superman reference Bugs Bunny during a fight, and Batman tells Shaggy to eat this hippie. Like, again, you don't have to do that. This kind of work and attention to detail is to be applauded. Now, I do think some characters are animated better than others, but a lot of them are animated really fucking well. Batman's movements and punches are so fluid, Bugs and Taz are too, and so true to their characters. There's just a lot going in this game's favor from the look of it. But now moving forward a little bit, this is a free-to-play game. This we know. As such, as one might expect, there is a battle pass. And I'll be damned if it didn't look pretty damn good. Pretty well worth it. Lots of, emotes and knockout animations and whatnot. And of course, skins or costumes. Personally, from what I could tell, it seemed like a good battle pass. And I know a thing or two about bad battle passes. I still play Apex. I like Apex, but man, their battle passes have been kind of shite for like 4 or 5 seasons. I don't even know at this point. They just fill it with shit no one wants and 2 bad skins, all on purpose, mind you, so that they can sell you good skins for $20 a pop. Because God forbid you pay only $10 and then earn a desirable skin through an absurd amount of gameplay. And you know what? It's actually good I bring up Apex because I hope we aren't in for an Apex situation with Multiversus. Here's what I mean by Apex situation. When Apex came out, for a good amount of seasons, they were on their P's and Q's, mostly providing the best and most fair experience they could. They had a great game, and it seemed like they wanted to do right by the player when it came to monetization. And as I mentioned before, back in the day, there would actually be a fair amount of worthwhile stuff in their battle passes. But as time went on, they cemented themselves. They no longer needed to do right by us. They only needed to give us the stuff you 100% expect. The only good things they'll give us are the things that are lucrative and things that we absolutely won't tolerate being absent. They changed the battle passes to be a mission-based progression system to make it more grindy, and they removed the ability to directly purchase old skins in an effort to get you to buy more loot boxes. And like I said, they took anything of value out of the battle passes. The gaps between meaningful change to the game also became longer. Limited time modes became fewer and further between, but I'll tell you what stayed on track. Those collection events where they introduce a bunch of new skins and an ultra rare heirloom, all of which can only be obtained by basically spending a shit ton of money. And after all of that, and for all my gripes with Apex, they still have a really good game there because that's what it was at its core when they built it and when they cared. It's just unfortunate that they don't seem to care about making a better game anymore, or at least it's not a priority, so much as they just care about keeping the money machine chugging. My point is, I hope that doesn't happen to Multiversus. It looks really good right now, and if things go the way I predict, which is that it will be successful, I hope they don't eventually stop caring about the player, stop respecting us, and stop caring to make a better game. But yeah, back to Multiversus. In the beginning, I said, this is not Nicktoons Brawl, or Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, or whatever it's called. Why? Well, for reasons I've already listed. Not the least of which is that characters in Multiversus have voices and lovely animations. They aren't hollow shells of characters you know that jankily move around in nasty Smash Bros. Melee impersonations. At the beginning, I said that Multiversus isn't Brawlhalla. Why? Brawlhalla is successful, I know, but why? I think Brawlhalla is successful because it was a free, all-platform alternative for people who weren't having the Smash Bros. Experience to feel like they were. Multiversus is a little different because it's real, or they're doing a hell of a good job coming off that way. Brawlhalla is cheap. Looks cheap, plays kind of cheap, comes off kind of cheap. Not cheap as in spamming the same move cheap. The AI is reading your inputs cheap. I'm talking about slapped together on a budget cheap. But Brawlhalla makes a lot of money. I know. I'm not telling you that the game's bad. I'm not telling you that it doesn't make a lot of money. I'm just telling you something. I'm telling you how it looks. I'm telling you how it functions. I know it's popular enough, but it is to Smash Brothers what Paladins is to Overwatch. You know, you're the freemium. You're the light version. And I played Paladins for a while, so I don't mind Paladins. But it's fucking cheap. Brawlhalla is cheap. Multiversus is not cheap. It's oozing budget out of its size. Sorry if you're learning this stuff from me, but you should have known. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about gameplay. How is this not just Super Warner Bros? Let's talk about it, because I like a lot of what they've done to differentiate themselves. For one, there's no blocking. This is probably the gameplay difference I'm the least stoked about, but I'm not against it, right? It's interesting. It immediately sticks the emphasis on movement and offense, even if it's not that substantial of an emphasis. Blocking in Smash Bros is hardly the end all be all. It doesn't even feel essential in Smash. It just feels like something you might as well take advantage of when you can, since it's there. So no blocking for Multiversus. Cool. We'll see how that shakes things up, or it doesn't, we'll see. A more interesting mechanic to me is the implementation of special moves having cooldowns. I think that's really cool. I find it very interesting, and a sort of compounding mechanic is the inclusion of attack decay. So not only will there have to be breaks between certain possibly stronger attacks, but if you spam an attack, it'll get weaker. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Bet you wish that existed when you got PK fired to 300%. But yeah, that stuff could add a layer of strategy to the game, who knows? I find it very interesting. And lastly, their inclusion of perks that are exactly what they sound like. Little tacked on badge bonuses that give your character a small yet meaningful layer of customization in playstyle. So you might have a perk that's 2% faster cooldowns, or gain 5% movement speed after being hit by an opponent's special, or something like that. I made those up, I'm just saying. And I believe you can have 3 perks at the same time. It is not pay to win. You cannot pay for them. They are character specific, and the only way to get the perks for any given character is to level them up by playing as them. I like all of that. And at this point, you might just think I'm sucking Multiversus' dick, but whatever, bro. The shit looks good. What can I say? And I'm interested to see if all these mechanics add a certain depth to the game, or if it will be more like Smash Bros through and through, which isn't a bad thing at all. But despite what weird competitive Smash weirdos will have you believe, Smash is not deep. It's not. It's very simple. It's very easy, and it's very fucking fun. You could try to suck the joy and life and fun out of it all you want. You can try to turn it into Street Fighter all you want. Oh, no items Omega stage. But it's not that. It's not any of that. And that's not to say no one's better than anyone. No, some people are really good at it, and some people aren't. But that's everything. It's a simple game, and it ain't deep. When you see pro players beating people up, it's not because they're doing things you never knew were possible. It's because they're really good with the simple tools that everyone has. I'm sure some carpenters will hammer and nail some things together for you real nice, and you can't quite do it so well. It's not because the hammer's complicated. They either work to be really good with the simple tool, or they are gifted to be better than you with the simple tool. But the tool remains simple. And when I say Smash isn't deep, I'm talking about the actual fighting gameplay, the part some people claim is deep. The actual depth is in all the wacky silliness that those same weirdos like to turn off. It's in the unpredictable Mario Kart, Mario Party-esque emergent nonsense that happens from all the chaos. Not one-on-one fights on the blandest stage possible with all the excitement turned off, but whatever. I think that's my second mini rant in this video, but whatever. So yeah, I'm just wondering if Multiversus will be an actual deep game or not. But either way, it looks really good right now. And nothing I've said is to guarantee to you that Multiversus will release and be the next Fortnite or the next Smash Bros or whatever. It's not even to convince you that it's a good game, because I don't know that. It's not to convince you of anything. These are my thoughts. This is what I think about it right now. I'm making assumptions and predictions. They may very well be very wrong. The game could come out and be a huge piece of shit that I don't like at all. And if that happens, I'll be right here with my thoughts on how I think I was duped. But okay, I think that's all I've got for you. I want to, thank you for watching the video, and tell me what you think about Multiversus if you feel like it. You can comment and tell me how dumb I am, or no, actually, probably just tell me how dumb I am. I think that's the only option. I don't think people are allowed to agree on the internet. But whatever. Until next time, I am Waifu Belector. Believe it or not, I am just a normal guy. I enjoy hentai, and I think Multiversus is looking pretty damn good. Goodbye.